Hafade, I'm Mike Terlahi, and this is your AutoSpot GMC Road Report. We bring you down to the beautiful village of Maritza to check on the progress of Beeley and Pegawood Bridge project. You may have experienced a huge delay over the weekend. North and southbound traffic traveling through experienced a huge 10-minute delay as road construction was still taking place Saturday through Sunday. Remember, traveling in and out of these roadways is still a one shared lane. Make sure to follow all road construction signs, flagmen, and speed limit signs as they direct you safely through each construction site. Motorists traveling through this area should expect lane restrictions and heavy delays. Motorists are reminded to drive cautiously through all construction zones. Hafade, I'm Mike Terlahi, and we are here for another AutoSpot GMC Road Report. And next to me, I have Sales Executive Mark Delgado to tell us all about the 2017 Buick Encore.
All right, Mike. We got here is the 2017 Buick Encore. If you're looking for a small, compact SUV, this is the car for you. Well, it is running for a 4-cylinder, so if you're worried about gas, everyone on Guam likes to drive around. Like, this is a good gas saver for you and the family. And of course, it's good on the gas, 28 miles per gallon.
Now, for safety purposes, what is good about the safety of this car?
Well, the safety about this car is beautiful, that there's airbags all around the vehicle. I would say there's about 10 airbags around it, surrounding it, and that's like the best safety you can. And also, it's an SUV.
This 2017 Beauty has everything. It is fully loaded. What can you tell us about that?
Well, it does have a touchscreen. You have your basic aux cord and USB, and also you do have the Bluetooth. Also, we have Apple Play. So if you have an Apple phone, you can charge it into the Apple Play. You can do from navigations, your music, and then also calls and contacts.
And it's also a comfortable drive for like the family if you have little ones in the back and they want to watch from their iPads or their tablets. It's very quiet and it feels comfy in here.
Correct. Kids these days they watch the iPads, or you can even put your pets if you have dogs or cats or whatnot in the back also as well. Very comfortable, very small, spacious, but comfortable for the family.
And that's your AutoSpot GMC Road Report. I'm Mike Terlahi, and we'll see you next time.
Welcome back to News First. Rundown classrooms, unsightly mold, and an Olympic-sized swimming pool that hasn't been used since the 90s. These are just some of the issues plaguing Southern High School. PNC's Rebecca Elmore toured the rundown facility with GDOE Superintendent John Fernandez this morning.
It's known as the school with a pool that's hardly ever been used. Holes in the walls, ceiling, and crevices dot the facility of Southern High School, reflecting the campus's current condition.
They were poked in order to try to determine where the smoke was coming from.
Spotting these maintenance needs is just part of the superintendent's planned campus tours this week.
The purpose of today's visit is to just kind of start touring the secondary schools and get ready for our summer work that has to be done. So every summer, every school goes through its cleaning and clearing in order to get ready for the next school year.
Currently, there are 34 campuses identified for much-needed repairs, with Simon Sanchez listed as priority number 1. Although there's no immediate risks posed against the students, faculty, or staff at Southern High, Fernandez says there are pressing issues that reflect the school's dilapidated condition.
Their biggest issues are the AC units that are here at their bigger facilities, the gym and the Fine Arts Auditorium.
But it's not just renovation that the superintendent is worried about. He says the cost to maintain some facilities is another factor altogether.
Southern happens to have more issues than most because they have big facilities. We were looking at the swimming pool and making sure that we have our plan for the swimming pool is we need to kind of schedule another tour and bring some private sector folks to the table and see if there's any way we can salvage this as a pool. Otherwise, I've asked the principal to start a community conversation about what next. If it can't be returned as a pool, are there other uses that would make sense for this school that we could prioritize and use to move forward?
Fernandez says the pool has largely become a symbol of neglect.
Either we address it now or find another way to move forward because, it's almost as if the pool has come to represent, the school to the outside community. They say Southern High is this, pool, is the school where the pool exists, Olympic-sized pool, but never has been addressed.
There's actually no list identifying which school is next for repairs. So it begs the question, how much longer will Southern High students have to wait before their school is finally renovated? Reporting for PNC News, I'm Rebecca Elmore.
All right, thanks, Rebecca, for that report. Well, over the weekend, the Guam Police Department sent out releases on 3 cases that are under investigation. In a message to the media, GPD spokesperson Kim Santos gave an update on the shooting of Steve Seagraves. Back in April, police responded to a reported armed man at the House of Liberty game room in Barragata, identified as Seagraves. Seagraves fled to Baradan Langit in Dedido, firing at pursuing police officers. The shootout continued until Seagraves sustained fatal gunshots. An autopsy revealed 2 fatal gunshot wounds to his upper torso and head and 1 non-fatal wound to his right leg. An administrative investigation is ongoing. Santos says an investigation is also still ongoing for Vincent Siguenza Cruz, who's accused of holding a family hostage near Isangsang Road. Also back in April, Cruz was a suspect in the Dairy Mart robbery in Maguilao, and officers responded to a tip on his whereabouts. During a vehicle pullover, a shootout ensued before Cruz took a family of 5 hostage. The GPD hostage negotiation team negotiated with Cruz for several hours before he released the hostages. Finally, a release regarding the beating of Department of Corrections inmate Justin Meno confirms that inmates of Post 6 were released from their cells after a reported sewage overflow. It was during this time that Meno was attacked by several unidentified prisoners. Meno's condition has improved since he was first listed in critical condition, and the criminal investigation remains open. Well, congratulations, Okadu Bulldogs. This year's graduating class shattered records by being the largest graduating high school class ever recorded at the Department of Education. Okadu's graduating class of 2017 not only set a record at GDOE, but for their campus as well. About 382 diplomas were conferred yesterday at the Calvo Fieldhouse, and according to raw data provided by GDOE, the second largest class projected to graduate is Southern High School. They're anticipating around 329 graduates, closely followed by Simon Sanchez High School with 313 graduates. GDOE will post the official graduation statistics on their website following their rainbow graduation ceremony, which includes summer school graduates from various campuses. That ceremony will take place next month. All right, well, let's check in now with Chelsea Cruz. She's standing by with weather.
Hello everyone, and welcome to your PNC weather forecast brought to you by First Hawaiian Bank, Guam Windward Memorial, and our new friends over at Dipsticks, which is located in my home village of Chalampago. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chelsea Cruz. Now, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. It was definitely a hot one, but it is summer, so you can expect nothing less. I don't know how many of my friends were saying the temperature readings on their cars was a lie because it felt much hotter than indicated. Well, you may or may not have noticed that today's heat was a bit more bearable, at least compared to the weekend. That's because today's high temperature and the expected high temperature for the next few days is back to 89 degrees. It may not make much of a difference though, so keep that aircon cranked and that hydro flask full. Partly cloudy skies and isolated showers are still ahead for our islands, so still a lot of sun you can look forward to. East winds are 5 to 10 miles per hour, so don't depend on the winds exactly to keep you cool in the heat. Drink that water, stay in that shade, eat all your vegetables, make smart choices. And that's all for the weather you can anticipate for the coming days. Simple stuff, just a lot more sun and heat on its way. Have a good night, everybody, until tomorrow for more updates on your island weather.
PNC Weather Report is brought to you by First Hawaiian Bank. It all starts with yes. And Guam Windward Memorial. And Dipsticks, located in the heart of Chalampago.